Everyone, Ricky Rathore here again, broker owner at Remax Empire, real estate lawyer at Rathore Baig Professional Corporation. So let's continue the conversation from yesterday because it's a hot one. So you list the property, buyer comes in, makes an offer. Ask yourself two questions. Is the buyer going to own or occupy the property, or is the buyer going to rent out the property? If the buyer is going to rent out the property, the buyer has to assume the existing tenant. You cannot serve an N12 on an existing tenant simply so that you can rent it out to another tenant for a higher rate. You will get fucked if you do this. Now, if the buyer says they are going to take personal occupancy of the property, you need to structure your deal very carefully. There's a standard area clause called VAC 01. Make sure that that clause is inserted in the agreement because it does a couple of things. One, it requires you to serve the N12. In the event that the tenant doesn't leave on time, your deal will still close. The buyer will be required to assume the tenant, and then you file the L2 and deal with all that stuff afterwards. I'll do another video on that later. But key thing is the buyer needs to assume it so that you're not found in breach of contract. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.